This week's book, The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. Unlike other financial books, this book focuses on the human nature of money, the psychology, and how our emotions affect investing and money. Money, investing, personal finance, and business decisions is typically taught as a math based field where data and formulas tell us exactly what to do. But in the real world, people don't make financial decisions on a spreadsheet. They make them at the dinner table or in the meeting room, where personal history, your own unique view of the world, ego, pride, marketing, and odd incentives are scrambled together. Some of the big ideas from the book is that number one, no one is crazy. Our understanding of the financial world is so tiny and such a small fraction of the entire equation. So, what we deem as correct or wrong could be completely different from what somebody else sees. We only understand finances from our limited experiences and what we've been exposed to. So, no one is crazy. The other thing is that luck plays a big factor in the outcomes, whether they're good or bad. A lot of times it's really easy to think good outcomes were the result of good decisions, and bad outcomes were the results of bad decisions. But it's very possible to make a very bad decision and still have good outcome due to luck. And it's possible to make a very good decision that turns out bad due to luck. So it's important to remember that. Another thing I can appreciate as a former poker player is that we gotta have room for error. This means thinking in terms of probabilities rather than certainties. So like a blackjack player, right? They when they count cards, they make a bet when the odds are in their favor. They don't know exactly what card is gonna come, but they know that their chances are good, so they make a big bet. But sometimes they don't know exactly what card they're gonna get, so even though the chances are good, they might lose. So sometimes they win, sometimes they lose, and they need to have a bankroll large enough to withstand the downswings. Same thing in investing. You need to have room for error and have large enough margin where you can withstand the ups and downs. Otherwise, you could be wiped out and be out of the game. And longevity is one of the big keys to success in investing. Another interesting idea is that he values being reasonable more than being rational. What he means by this is that it's not feasible to always go for the maximum return strategy. We cannot always make the highest EV decision. Sometimes it's better to make a more reasonable decision. For example, if you make certain investment that has highest ROI, but it's very risky and it might make you stressed out, it might make you, not sleep well at night, it might not be worth it. It might be better to take a slightly lower return investment that can help you sleep better at night and keep you in the game for the long run. It's an interesting way to think about it. The last thing, beware of taking financial cues from people playing a different game than you are. What he means by this is that it really depends on who you ask of what a good price is. For example, let's say you're thinking about buying a stock, right? That's worth $50. When it goes up to like $70 or $100, you might think, oh my God, this is overpriced now, so I don't want to buy it. Well, that depends on your strategy. How long are you trying to hold it? If you're trying to hold it for 10 years or 20 years, you don't want to buy something that's overpriced, right? But what if you have a much shorter time horizon? What if you're a day trader? You don't care what the price is. You only care what the price will be in the next few minutes. So there's different motivations and different goals when it comes to investing. and people have different ideas of what's a fair price for a given asset. Because these forces are in play, don't be influenced by other people's motivations and goals, and just understand how these things affect asset prices. Overall, I thought the book was very interesting in the sense that it doesn't talk about the optimal strategy for trading stocks or picking the best investment, right? But it talks about the human nature, the emotion, the psychology of investing. And I think a lot can be learned and applied not only to investing, but other parts of our lives. I think it will be enlightening to a lot of people. I related to it a lot as a poker player, but I think the book will be helpful to anybody. Highly recommended. Check it out.